What's up, guys, and welcome back to yet another Minecraft video. Today is a purpose tutorial slash walkthrough. People don't like me calling them tutorials, but I just want to kind of give you a idea of certain things and show you how things would be done, and maybe you can put your own twist around it. But this is sort of like just a showcase of something that you can do and something that might be able to help you. So anyway, this is a shipyard. Very small shipyard. We're just building a small, not even a frigate, just a small little cargo vessel, or just a small vessel. It's not anything in the 18th century, so you can't really define it in those terms. It is just a very small little vessel. And you look at this huge thing, and you're like, what is that? Well, the reason I built this is, you see how you have to get this huge mast in. Like, look over here. You got this very tall, long mast that goes all the way in. So I built this in order to get this very tall, huge thing sort of easily into it. So like they would find ways to stabilize it, and then they would just slide it right on in from up here. So the way they would get it up there is they have these little, like, this is where they would build it, on top of these little stands, and then they would tie it to these ropes, and then they would pull it up, and it would go over these here, and it would slide right up to here, and it would be cranked up using this here. So it would be two people here, these ropes would connect to the log, and they crank this thing to bring it up, and that's what that's for. And it's a and then these over here are counterweights, so the whole thing doesn't go whoop right down. So yeah, that's what those are for. But anyway, I mean, it's a little awkward, a little weird, but I'm just showing you how I did it, and hopefully that you guys can get some inspiration from it. So I have a lot of like different logs around, so they can work with them and stuff. And then I have some scaffolding here. Also, I think I have scaffolding around the back. Yeah, scaffolding back here as well, and scaffolding here, and scaffolding on this side as well. And so this is where people can be on the side, you know, placing planks of wood in and just doing all their stuff to build this boat. And like the interior isn't done yet, got some snow in here, and they have like a makeshift little walkway there, and they're still making all this in here. But there's lots of little cabins and stuff, as you can see in the bow. It's not all open. Some people like to keep their bowels open or whatever, but yeah, that's what this ship is. It's just a very it's a very Nordic kind of vessel. It has a little icebreaker here at the front to kind of slice through the ice while it's coming through. And another thing, this one isn't exactly the best way to show, but as you can see here, it has kind of like a ramp that will let it down into the water. And I also have these logs underneath it. So these logs here connect to over here to like the side of the vessel. And so they have these levers here that sort of like keep it from going forward. And that's how they would, first of all, roll this thing forward. Is they'd first take these levers, like they're not levers, but they're like you know, some kind of like something that holds these logs from rolling. And then they would push this ship forward on the logs, and it would push right out into the water. And as you can see, that this is like a full-size shipyard, so this is like the biggest boat that this thing can build. And then they can become something along the lines of this. And by the way, guys, this is my Aldern Hill plot. Definitely go check out those videos. These are actually some of my first videos that I ever released. I'm sure it has pretty bad quality, so I may consider redoing them, because this plot was an amazing plot, and I love it, and I don't feel like it got the credit that it deserved, because there's just so much to this. Underground, there's so much, and it took me about a month to do, so it was really cool. So other things that you can put around, you know, you have like this little like place where, say, the dock master can sit, right here, and this is where he would do his stuff, and he has all his stuff he needs there. Seems like a very cold climate. I turned the snow off so that you didn't have to bother with that. But anyway, here is a crane. Another very important thing to a shipyard, because a crane will lift all that freaking heavy stuff from the ground and up into the boat. And that's supposed to go somewhere, I think. I think I specifically made that to go somewhere. I don't know if it does. I forget. But yeah, and then this is where they get all their stuff down here, and this is where they build it. So they have lots of planks of wood here, lots of planks, and then they would build it and stuff, and then they twist the crane around. Now the thing about a crane, it always needs to have two systems. One system, it needs to turn it around. The second system, it needs to be able to lift. So like these both crank up through here and crank up the whatever the load is. Now another system you would need to have is if you wanted to levitate this, the arm here, you'd have to have another system there. But I only have a system where you can lift and lower and turn or swivel the whole thing around. And you got to make it really stabilized, because this crane here, I always make sure that my systems can work, or I try to. And you also make sure you have a nice little swivel there. You don't want to connect it too much, and it will turn around and all that good stuff. So but yeah, that is a crane. So you got to be really smart when you're building a crane, because you can't just build any normal crane, but this is a crane that would work. Now you notice it doesn't have any counterweight, but for this kind of crane, counterweights, it's like when you lift, it's obviously going to pressure on the swivel, but because of the shape, it's not going to put the pressure that, say, a crane that's just flat across would. This one is kind of like a bowed up, and it kind of like the engineering behind it is supposed to sort of balance the weight in this point here. So like this is a really strong arm, and it balances the weight there, so then this doesn't really pull forward as much, unless if you get obviously something super duper heavy. But then again, if it's super duper heavy, the cranking system here wouldn't be able to operate or lift the whatever the load is. But for that load, yes, they can lift that. What else can I show you as far as a shipyard is concerned? So remember, logs underneath to roll the ship forward into the water. Make sure you have a ramp of some sort to slide it down and into the water. What else is there? Make sure you have scaffolding to make it possible to build a ship, because obviously scaffolding is what's going to that's how people are going to build it. And this is not necessary. I don't know how else they put masts in. I think they would just carry the mast up and just kind of like slot it in and just use ropes, kind of like putting I don't know, something like that. And yeah, so that's not necessary. If you can find out another system, obviously do it. I haven't done it for all my shipyards, but I just thought it'd be a cool thing for this one. So I think that is about all. We have a little storehouse here as well. So man, that's tertiary. It's just more storage, just more wood in there. So, but yeah, guys, definitely go check out my Aldern Hill videos. There's so much in here. Underground is probably what I'm most proud of. There is so much underground that I don't even know how to explain to you how awesome, or how an awesome feeling it is for me to go over this plot, knowing it's finished, and being able to use it as a a promotional. It's really great to be able to do that, because this was one of my favorite builds of all time. And again, I just don't feel that it got as much credit as I thought it should have. But I don't take that like the wrong way or anything, but I just, yeah, it has a special place in my heart. Anyway, I appreciate you guys watching this video. I hope you guys learned something. It's just a small shipyard, and there's like little things here and there that maybe will help you, or maybe will give you some ideas, some inspiration, and I hope it does, because there's a lot of things in here that you can do. If you want to get here, by the way, all you gotta do is come to the Aravan.org server. Again, everything is in the description below. And if you want to get here, Warp Aldern Hill. That is ALDERNHILL, and that's all one word. And yeah, Warp Aldern Hill / Warp Aldern Hill, and you will find yourself here. And you can actually, you're gonna find yourself here, looking this way or something. You just find yourself here, and you can explore and everything. By the way, guys, if you want to get underground, there's a lot of different underground things, but here the biggest underground bit is here. So like, you find the temple here, and you will go underground here. Ooh, spooky. But there's a lot down there, so hopefully you guys will come by and check that out. So yep, again, I appreciate you guys watching. Hope to see you guys next time. Thank you so much for your support. 719 subscribers now. It's great. But yeah, till next time, bye bye.